Hey everybody, it's Palm Springs Cindy. Well, my friend Joy left, and I want to say thank you for all of you lovely ladies who watched our the video that I made of her and I. We were getting her, I was putting her makeup on, and I did her hair, and so that was fun. You know, we get together once a year, and it used to be where she would come down, and then she has a brother that's here, so she stays with her brother, who was a teacher and taught along with her and I, and are in the same district. And so then as time went by, she would come over and then she would spend the night. And then now she's spending 2 nights, so that's really nice. Since I've moved into my new home, and since my divorce, she has been spending more time with me when she comes down. She lives in Portland, and she grew up in Palm Springs. And so Joy is a few years older than I am. And so when she grew up in the desert, it was really old Palm Springs. So she has a lot of great memories that we share and talk about when it comes to old Palm Springs. But we were hired together. She had been living in Portland. She was married and lived in Portland, and then that situation kind of changed. She moved back to Palm Springs, and then she started teaching kindergarten, and I was teaching 2nd grade at the same school, and our classrooms were right next door to one another. So because we were pretty much the same age and both single, we ended up, and because she was a local, she knew everybody and knew all the hot spots, so to speak. So we ended up becoming good friends and actually became roommates and lived together for 4 years and had a great time. And then she moved back up to Oregon, and then eventually remarried. Actually a little bit of a tragedy. I'm not gonna, I don't think she would mind me saying, but she did remarry a gentleman, and he passed away quite suddenly after they weren't married that long, and he ended up with cancer and died soon after. And so that was pretty tragic. And then not long after that, she was teaching up there, and then she met her husband, and they've been married for many years. And he had 2 children when they married, and then they had 2 boys together. So she has 4 children, and they're all adults now, and then they're married with children, and so she has a nice big family. And one thing that she does that I just love. Hi, Mr. Swoon. Oh, here's Mr. Swoon. Hold on. Well, Mr. Swoon just came over. We're going to go out to dinner. He brought me some flowers. I just put them in a vase. They're out on the patio. So, but I'm going to finish the video, and then we will go. So, okay, back to Joy. I have just a couple cute stories I want to share with you since you guys have met her. When she was teaching with me, she was an excellent teacher. And I was a newbie, so I really learned how to teach from her. She showed me how to, divide my classroom into groups and how to have them, how to have 4 groups working at a time, and I was with one, and my teacher aide was with another, and a parent helper with another group, and then another group working at a table with listening, listening to a story or listening to an activity with their earphones. That we didn't have all the computer stuff in those days. But anyway, so she was very helpful with mentoring me as a teacher, which really meant a lot. Okay, so fast forward, and now she's a grandmother, and she has once a year, I just think this is the cutest thing ever. She has grandma camp. I'm not sure if that's the name of it, but it'll suffice for the story. And so she has all of her grandkids come over, and there are a lot of them. I'm going to say like 8 or something. I don't know. Definitely a handful. Some of them are getting a little older, but they still enjoy coming, and you'll know why. So she has, and this is during the summer. And so they come over, and it's for like 5 days. They spend the night. they sleep in sleeping bags. You know, some of them are on bed, some of them are on the couch, whatever, wherever they can find. And every day they have a different theme. So like one day they have backwards day, and that day everything is backwards. They wear their clothes they put their clothes on backwards. They pretend like the time of day is backwards. They have a dinner for breakfast, and so every single thing that they do is backwards. And then they have like another day that's maybe pizza day or something. I don't know, but every day has a theme, and they play games, and there's no screens allowed. She doesn't let them play with their little cell phones or their Game Boys or anything like that. It's strictly them having fun, hanging around together, cooking together, having late night popcorn and movies together, reading books and things together. Well, anyway, so I just think that sounds wonderful. And I said, just this visit, do you still do that? She said, yes. And in fact, she did like a little survey and asked the kids, you know, what were their favorite activities, and you know, which ones did they want to get rid of and which ones did they want to keep. So she's kind of like making sure they're vamping things up, because she's actually moving into a different house. So at any rate, yeah, she's a sweet gal. She's beautiful on the inside and out. And we've been friends, good friends, for many, many years. And many of you saw that, and you saw that come across. Okay, as you know, when I was, Mr. Swoon came in, I turned the camera off for a minute. And you know, you guys, I have to say that I just watched Rockstar Mom did that. She did that makeup video, and I loved watching that. And then Lisa does a makeup video quite often. But you guys, you know what? I don't buy a lot of makeup. I have my standard. I mean, I have makeup, but I'm not. I mean, if you're watching this channel for makeup, for hair, for you know, beauty advice, that's probably not going to get that. So, you know, basically this channel is about being friends together through YouTube, growing older together, sharing our experiences. I know when I share my experiences, you know, whether it's line dancing or going to the casino for after hours club night, or going to visit my mother or whatever, then your comments to me are about the same kinds of things, about when you did that, and you know, how your parents are, whatever. It gives you a chance to relate to my circumstance, and then you share that with me. So I know that can be kind of boring, but you know, it is what it is. I only have myself to offer. So anyway, but I think just like when I got hooked on YouTube, when I had my broken leg and was bedridden, YouTube gave me the opportunity to feel like I was really getting out of my house, that I was really having fun with a gal pal. And that's what I hope that I provide for you guys that are watching from home. You know, when we go to TJ Maxx or Home Goods or whatever, and I pan around and show you what's on the shelves, you know, some of you may not be able to get to Home Goods, but at least you can see what's going on there and what they've got, what the inventory there looks like. And in fact, now that it's Easter, I want to go and see what they've got at Target and at Home Goods. So there. Now, I have to tell you about the dogs, Benny and Jet. You guys, I need to tell you, they are so adorable, I can hardly stand it. They are good, they are calm, they love each other so much, and they love me, and they love Mr. Swoon. And I got a call from Loving All Animals. The gal there called me just to check, see how things were coming along. And I said that we were still working on potty training. And so she asked if I would be interested in them sending out a trainer. Of course I said yes. So I just got a text from her, and they're gonna say I get complimentary one phone conversation on on potty training. That's what I'm going to focus on: potty training and getting them to use this doggy door, and one in-home visit that will be complimentary. That the trainer can show me some hints on how to get them to go in and out the doggy door. And maybe I'll ask them a little bit about sleeping, because I have been, we sit on the couch at night and we watch TV, and they get cozy in their little spots that they like. Now, unfortunately, or fortunately, they both like to get near me on the couch. Well, one of them, Jet, used to get on the floor and get cozy in a little blanket that I had there. And Benny used to get on the couch because Benny likes to be really close to me. Well, now Jet wants to be close to me as well. So there's hardly any room for me. And then, okay, so I finagle and get comfortable. We watch TV, they're sound asleep. Then now I'm getting sleepy. So I try to get up and go get in bed without waking them up. Well, forget it. The minute I move, their eyes are open. So then they've been sleeping with me. But they sleep very soundly, but I don't. So I want to, now the other night I took their beds into my bedroom. I made them, I put it right where I thought that they would be comfortable and close to me. There must be somebody on the other side of my fence that they're barking at. And, well, no. Oh, yeah. Okay, so, and I got them settled in their little beds, their doggy beds. And they were sweet and happy. And then I turned the light out, I got in bed. So as I was laying in bed, somehow my hand kind of went like this over the mattress. And all of a sudden I felt these little doggy licks on my fingers. So cute. So I felt, and it was Benny standing up on his hind legs with, like, looking at me like this. So I got up, I turned the light on. Right next to Benny was Jet. Jet's smaller, so Jet couldn't quite reach up to the top of the mattress, was Jet. And so that was their way of saying, we want to get in bed with you. So of course, I picked him up and I put him in bed, but they are, while I'm sleeping and trying to get comfortable, I don't want my legs to bump into them and kick them or something. So, I want to, so then that means I don't get a good night's sleep, is basically what I'm saying. So we still are going on really nice walks in the morning when they wake up. They're very chipper. And sometimes I can get up and take them for a walk right then and there, or other times I just need to take some time, how I am in the morning. And if I need to take some time, they tend to sense that, and they will come out in the living room. I try to get them out in the backyard right away so they can go potty. And then after that, I'll go back to bed, and then they'll come lay on the couch, or they want to get back in bed with me. And some mornings we have actually gone back to bed and slept until 9:30-ish, maybe closer to 10. So they're pretty good about that, and they're enjoying the neighborhood and the neighborhood walking trails. They love the golf cart. They love it when I put them in the golf cart and we go up and get my mail and whatever. So that I cannot tell you what a joy they have been. They are, like I said, they're good. They love each other so much, and they are calm. And I'm just so glad I have them. It's wonderful. Okay, that is all I'm going to say. I did have, just before Joy came, I wanted to have, a full house of groceries. I was going to make some vegetable soup or something. Well, I have been calling and having my groceries delivered. And I know you might think that's insane, but actually there's a Walmart just a few miles away from my house. So I go to the Walmart site, Instacart, something, and then the personal shopper, I make out my list. It's super easy. It takes maybe 2 hours for me to make out my list and have my groceries delivered. And because Walmart is a little bit less expensive, it really is no more expensive to purchase groceries through a personal shopper. Plus, because I'm not doing the shopping myself, I'm not seeing things and thinking, oh yeah, I want that. Oh yeah, I want that. No, I strictly go by the store map, and I go by by exactly what I need, by the list that I've made sort of like throughout the week when I'm out of something. So, and then they bring it right up to my door and knock on the door. I open the door, and then sometimes they'll say, would you like me to bring them in for you? And I just say, oh, no, I can do that. And so I just have to take them from the front of my door into my kitchen, put them away. So I just want to urge you guys, if you hate going to the grocery store as much as I do, you might think about ordering groceries online. I never would have thought I would have done that, except during the pandemic when things were pretty bad, I started doing it. And I realized it really wasn't any more expensive, and it was a real luxury. So, and I'm still doing it. I do stop by the grocery store once in a while, but frankly, not very often. So, okay, you guys, Benny and Chet, I'm going to take the camera over there. The gardeners were here and they just left. So while the gardeners were here, they were barking up a storm. So now that made them tired. So, okay, hold on. This is Jet. Jet's on this blanket. He loves this blanket. And Jet, would you like to say something? Huh? If you want to tell your audience hello, and it's nice to meet them, just don't do anything. Yeah, don't do anything. Oh, there you go. Look at those pretty eyes. Yes. Now, Jet is quite small. And then this is Benny. Hi, baby. Can you say hi? Look at, there's this little snaggletooth. Look at that. How cute is that? His pretty black eyes. Yes. And his tail was wagging. Yes, it was. So Benny really likes the couch. And that's why I have it all covered up. So there they are. Okie dokie, you guys. And see, I've got this door open so that it helps with the potty training. I don't see many accidents anymore. And the weather could not be nicer. You can see I'm out here in the sun during the day and during the night. I like to come out here too. Here are my flowers. They pretty. He always brings me flowers. So, all right, you guys, it couldn't be more beautiful in the desert. I wish I could just have every one of you over for a party so we could get to meet one another. Wouldn't that be fun? Okay, we are going to look at the babies, the boys I call them. They're the boys. Okay. All right, you guys. P.S. I love you. Until our next conversation. Bye-bye.